What's going on, Atlanta Falcons fans? Y'all know it is your boy Antoine Smitty Sports Machine. Stopping in right quick to get my quick thoughts on Raheem Morris and this no coaching change thing. I mean, look, if he like it, I love it. But if y'all want to be brutally honest, like I'm always honest, he in over his head, man. Cause when I told y'all, when he was here as an interim coach after Dan Quinn got fired, what did he show y'all? That he could come in and do the job as a head coach. Yeah, he might be a player's coach, but I think he's a much better coordinator. Look at his time in Tampa. He's damn near 20 games under 500 as a coach. So what he showed y'all that he could lead a team to the promised land. But there's no change with Zach Robinson. But there's no change with the Falcons either. If you're looking at them, how they put up points, it's about 3 games this year that they put up over 20 points, I think. And the other games, they were held to 13, 10, and 0. Think about that. They're 28th right now in bottom 5, 17.1 points a game. And you telling me you still trust them and you feel like they still got a good game plan? Make that make sense. Make it make sense. I want to know. But I'm going to show y'all the quote from ESPN. He said it in a press conference. He said the offensive staff got a great game plan. They do a really good job. And we got a lot of confidence. We'll get it going, and we got to get it going this week. Now, we all know that we've been saying that since the win over Washington. Every time you ride up and down the roller coaster, you have a good game, have a bad game, and all that good stuff. And the questions are always going to be there. And he's basically saying we're not consistent. And now we got to deal with the turmoil that comes with it. Think about it, man. It just doesn't make sense. And you feel like one of the bigger issues was they didn't play well up front. How can you expect your team to play well up front? They weren't coached to play well up front. See, he don't want to take no accountability to what's going on. He said he holds himself accountable, but actually he don't because his word tell it all. He said they didn't play well and didn't execute. We all know that. We've been saying that for God knows how long right now. And don't get me wrong, they're still averaging well over 300 yards a game, still the top offense in the league, but when you can't put points on the board, that's a problem. And I tell you what else a problem? People not seeing their faults. Listen to what Zach Robinson had to say a month ago about predictability on offense. And this lets you know right here that this coaching staff is pretty much lost. Take a listen.
Critiques of this offense just in general, nationally, just from pundits like that, just like a level of predictability from the offense. How would you respond to statements like that?
Yeah, I'd have to see what we don't feel that way. I feel like sometimes when you have these type of games as coaches, you say, okay, do we need to pull back? How can we pull back to simplify? And maybe we're trying to do much from a schematic standpoint. That's always, when we're looking inward as coaches is like, okay, maybe we put too much on the plate. Maybe we're trying to scheme too much and we need to simplify it. So I would actually kind of counter that to say in these moments you typically try to get simpler where we possibly could have been trying to over scheme at times, but yeah, don't see any of that. Don't see that from our opponent. They're playing everything true. Again, the execution will handle a lot of those things, and again, that starts with me. We got to be able to have the right clarity so that we can execute on Sunday, and so those things don't happen.
And now that he's says it starts with him, I honestly don't believe he thinks that. I just think his ego is, just as bad as Raheem. And as I've been telling y'all, Zach Robinson is in line for a head coaching job. He could be distracted, which is why he can't scheme and game plan like he's supposed to on offense. And don't get me wrong, I know the offense revolves around Bijan, but you spent a number 1 pick on skill players on offense 4 years in a damn row, starting with Kyle Pitts. Then you get Drake London, then Bijan Robinson, and then Michael Penix. And you mean tell me you can't put that together as good as those skilled players are, and Bijan is one of the best players in the league. And if y'all didn't see the dejection on his face in that loss last week, Bijan, he frustrated, just like the rest of the team. Which is why I think one of the reasons why Reverend McLeod got cut. Insubordination, it means you can't do it. But at the same time, you got to voice your opinion on something that you don't see right. And he trusts in Zach Robinson, but didn't trust in Ike Hilliard. Make that make sense. When Ike Hilliard coached Reverend McLeod to 600 yards, 60 catch season last year, which he had never done. He made no special teams guy. You put TJ there, still making the same damn mistakes. So make that make sense. Hey, man, I might be overreacting. But he said there won't be a change in Atlanta. Y'all know what to do, man. Tell me what y'all think. Drop those comments, man. I'm going to holler at y'all soon because I'm about to lose it. Join us on the preview show. The Patriots Falcons preview tonight at 8 o'clock on StreamYard. If y'all listening late, go catch the replay. I'll holler at y'all, man. Peace.